Hello and welcome in to our Football Fridays here on June 12th, year of our Lord, 2026. Glad to have you along here on the Arkansas Sports Network. And it is a great day to talk football. There's always good days to talk football, right? And I got Coach Mitchell Powers here with me from Clarksville as we open up our football interviews throughout the state. You're our very first one, and this is our Friday football kickoff that we'll be talking football all summer long. So, Coach Mitchell Powers, glad to have you along.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being patient with us.
No problem. We
Uh,
get it.
yeah, man, it's something to get this thing set up, get going. Coach Powers, we're talking Clarksville Panther football, and you were just telling me you've been there 12 years now.
Yes, sir.
12
Total of
years.
12 years.
12 years at Clarksville, and this will be your third year as head coach over there at Clarksville. Let's talk about the good things that are going on at Clarksville right now.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, we have some great kids. We have some phenomenal kids that devote a lot of time and effort into a program that definitely on the record has struggled a little bit over those past years. Got some uphill battles that they're trying to fight and climb, but phenomenal kids. The coaching staff that we get to work with, the administration, the school. I mean, I have loved it since day one. Over there. There are tons of great people that are founded in Christ and that are family oriented and get to spread that, with these kids that we get to be around. So, first and foremost, there's that resiliency uh, to go through some of the struggles and ups and downs of what they're fighting. I think we have some of the most resilient kids to keep coming out and sticking it out and giving us the effort that they give us on a daily basis. So, those are always things that as coaches we love and can look forward to because you can't ask for a whole lot else. Sometimes scoreboards don't look great or you may win or lose a battle individually, but at the same time, if you're showing up and going to work and giving the effort that we ask, then we can live with that, and we have that in spades.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the proposal because we have talked about that already with Coach Michael Banning about the proposal that you guys would have where a team like you're not the only one here in the state that's having these issues,
Yes, sir.
where you would drop a classification. The rest of your teams, you're the only 5A school or 5A team on campus. Everybody else is 4A. We talked a little bit about the fact that um, there's a huge jump, in my opinion, from 5A football to 4A football to 5A football. It's a big jump. Really, when you think about it, your top tier in 4A can compete and probably a middle level on the 5A maybe, but really when it gets down to it, it just seems like that's the biggest jump from 5A because you see 5A teams jump up. In fact, I'd say 5A this year may be better than 6A overall, especially at the top. Um, 5A West is brutal. You guys, this proposal would give you an opportunity to maybe drop a class and compete in the 4A level that everybody else in your school competes on.
Yes, sir. It would give us a balance. Something that sometimes change is hard, and people don't always like change, and just that word kind of scares you sometimes. But I think that from our standpoint, from again going back to if we're doing right by what these kids do every day and giving them a shot, then this is just an opportunity to give them a better balance of what they
Sure.
see week in, week out. Just numbers and just the whole overall, when you factor in all the pieces that go with it, I think it's what they deserve to have a better opportunity moving in from week to week. And as a culture on the coach side, building that culture and trying to fight and continue to have standards and not let those standards drop. And just because, record hadn't been great doesn't mean that we're not going to still hold you accountable because it makes you a better young man moving forward. For us, that still makes that easier
Right.
when that schedule looks a little different,
For
getting kids out.
for years, you guys competed on the 4A level
Yes, sir.
with the Ozarks. Boonville was in the conference at that time. Mina in and out of the 4A4, Pottsville. You guys play Pottsville basically on a yearly basis.
This will be the first year in
Yeah,
a while we have it. Yes, sir.
yeah, fairly competitive with them throughout. I mean, back, as
We've
far as
definitely had years back and forth that those
right,
have been, good games or that
right,
they've pulled away for sure and taken the
right,
majority of those from us,
right,
no
but
doubt. But
but more
it's been
competitive.
more competitive. Yes, sir.
Yeah, at the end of the day, which gives your kids some hope,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And I mean, I know at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for is a little bit of hope. I know that, looking at your roster here, I don't, how many kids do you have on this roster right now?
We'll have 45 total projected right now. Summer numbers right now are
Correct.
not anywhere close to that.
Right.
But we're hoping to have that 45. That's already dwindled from the end of school year or the late spring when we were getting close to spring ball, where that was looking more in the mid 50s, and it's already dropped,
Right.
10 or so. So we worry that again, once we get to school, that might drop another 10 to 15. You
Sure.
never know. I mean, on the last several years, we've averaged around that 30-ish mark. Some years slightly below that, some years slightly above that in the last several.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty much our consistent numbers around that 30 on average, a little bit above, a little below.
3A numbers in a lot of ways.
I know last year or several years over the past two, we've gone to a game with 28 healthy, dressed out, able bodies and had more than that in seniors on the other side.
Yeah.
So just depth numbers of that, and these guys know that, and we preach to them that, that's why the conditioning and what we do is so important because you're going to be out on that field on all
Right.
facets of the game. There's not a lot of depth to go ahead and sub in and out. So
Right. Right.
looks a little different.
It does. I know Clarksville's a proud program. I know that it's a proud town. They'd like to see that come back up. You give you an opportunity. With that said, though, you said you got good character kids, and that's where you
Yes, sir.
start with, right?
Yes, sir.
Start with good character, and you go out there and you play as hard as you can. Let's talk about your schedule a little bit here. Talk about some of your non-conference games and what you got going there.
So this is a really a clean slate. First year that our non-conference schedule is going to look a little different than it has for the past, you know, a lot of years. We got Berryville as our benefit game this year. We're going to go to them, and then we'll be at home versus Waldron, and at home versus Paris for the next two, and then we're away at Gentry. So from benefit all the way through that third non-conference game, it's a completely new slate of teams that we haven't played in a while. That we may have played over the years, but it's a whole new look for this season.
Yeah, trying to build a little confidence, trying to help your team get that good vibe going into the conference slate.
Just something, going back to change. Sometimes change is needed,
Yeah,
and it's appealing as far as just a look that something is different,
right,
for them, and something that just doesn't look the exact same. Where sometimes that mental headspace that a player can get in, and that we can preach to get out of, and
right.
not think certain thoughts. Just reality of situations sometimes keep you there. So just a change of something clean and different just gives them a different
hmm
look.
Off the top of my head, you're talking about Berryville. Who is the second one?
Waldron will be our
Waldron.
first game.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I haven't heard a lot about Waldron. I know Berryville and Paris both returned quarterbacks there
Yes,
that
sir.
were productive last year.
Yes, sir. And we have, since the schedule has been changed, we've told these guys that there are no easy football games. It doesn't matter who we play, non-conference, conference. There is no difference. You don't go in any game any different, and we're not going into anything thinking that we're going to walk through and can just show up and the score just naturally goes in our favor. We know
Right.
that all those teams are good football teams that have good cultures and different things from years and struggles, just like we have. So we're going into that knowing that we're going to battle and we're going to fight, and that these guys are hoping to put the time in right now that it goes in their favor
Right.
when it comes up to that Friday night.
Paris made the 3A playoffs last year.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Gentry made the 4A playoffs last year, did they not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I mean those are still tougher games even
Absolutely.
with a different name on the jersey, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
It's still fun though. Friday nights are special in the state of Arkansas, right? Win or lose, it's a special thing for the community to come together and be able to watch that game on Friday night. And I know that's something that still people in Clarksville look forward to.
Absolutely. There's no better feel. The Friday night lights
Yeah,
atmosphere. I mean, those lights go on, that atmosphere hits, that cooler weather starts to set in as the year goes as well, and you can't beat it. It's a different feel.
talk about your coaching staff just a little bit here. I will tell you, I know Stephen Banning very well.
Yes,
Grew
sir.
up with him just down the street. Used to play. Well, we used to play basketball in his backyard, but it became battle ball, and I usually lost the battles. I would win the war as far as the points go, but the battles I would get beat up on the way to it.
Sure.
We used Stephen and I used to go up to the baseball field at Ozark and hit balls and hit. We were always. It was just a good time. He and I had like minds, and I mean, literally just grew up down the street. So talk a little bit about your coaching staff there.
Yes, sir. And Coach Manning has been there a long time, and he's somebody that, I lean on heavily. That, since I've got there since day one, he's been phenomenal as far as anything I could ask for, as far as coaching, family, just developing our relationship with Christ. He's just somebody that we actually live right across the street from each other as
Yeah,
well. So we might leave the field house talking football or things that we're trying to improve and getting better, and then by the time we've made it the short drive home, we might be out in front of the houses
still
talking to
talking.
still talking to each
Yeah.
other again. So, phenomenal guy that I am very thankful that I get to work with every day, that I get to be right alongside with. And then the rest of this staff, uh, you think about success in programs and coaching turnover and ratios and things that you assume, with the record not being great over the years, that probably anybody and everybody is looking to get out a lot of times. And the the core of our staff believes in what we're trying to build and believes in these guys that we talked about and the character and the development that we're trying to make with these guys. So we don't have a lot of turnover this year. We're hiring one new coach, and so that's 7 through 12. We're hiring one new that we're looking to get by the end of this month. The rest of everybody is returning and has been for at least a couple years. So we have a great staff, guys that are, again, I can't stress enough, are founded on developing these kids in more ways than just trying to win on the scoreboard.
Well, and that is a thing that coaches do. I do coach myself, and I coach on the Pee Wee level. But man, the connection that you have with these kids as you go through these battles, it's really indescribable, and really you can't understand it unless you do it.
No, you talk about that, and we talk about wins and what wins look like, and when you say the word win, you immediately think of a scoreboard a lot of times and
Right.
a game, but we talk about all the different ways that we get to win with these guys and that we get to see it. And I know just in this past month, there was some times where there were some things that were into the school year and things that we're balancing as coaches, and you get caught up in kind of your small things and struggles that seem like a big deal at the time and aren't, and you're looking for those wins. And we found out, another one of our guys was that weekend he was going to get baptized. And there is no greater feeling. And then hearing that, we had any impact at all in helping that journey develop for him is something that, for us, we do not take lightly, because there's way more important things than just those Friday night lights.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are 100% correct. When it comes down to it, there's a lot more important things than just win and loss,
Yes, sir.
wins and losses. And so I'm with you there. Coach, you've got a couple guys that we're going to bring in here and talk to. So let's talk to them a little bit. Talk about what's going on in Clarksville.
Yes, sir.
Who are they?
Uh,
Give us
we
some
got
intro.
we got Julio Benuelos
Okay.
and Trevor Daly.
All right.
Trevor Daly is going to be the inside linebacker. He's the core of our defense. He's the coach on the field for us, and Benuelos will be leading us up front. You'll see when he gets in here, he's definitely our biggest guy.
Yeah,
He look
he's a small fella over there. I
Yes,
see
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, bring them in here. Let's talk to them.
Yes, sir.
We got Pottsville coming up here as well. We want to say my ear. Oh, there's my ears again. I want to say thank you to Check H for letting us be here today. Check H Buffet and Grill. If you're in the Russellville area and you want to come and eat, man, they've got the best salad bar in town. And then we also have Mini Mall Storage here in Clarksville that is a big sponsor for us today. We want to say we appreciate those guys for being a part of it. And then we have uh, Toad Thumper Lures. I have to say it right. Lures. I'm pretty Arkansas, so I gotta enunciate. Toad Thumper Lures. I can't ever say it right, no matter what. And we have Warp Stream. We'll talk a little bit about Warp Stream as we go on. And we've got number 20 here, Trevor Daly, and number 66, Julio Banuelos. You are a small fella.
I'd say I'm pretty small, yeah.
Well, they got you listed here. Let's see here. You are listed at 6'3", 295 pounds.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good sized fella. Um, and then Mr. Daly here, you're at 6 foot 195. Not quite as big, but is it about the dog in the fight or the fight in the dog? Is he coming through? I don't hear him coming through there. No. There you go. Let's try it again.
Definitely the dog in the
There
fight.
you go. Dog in the fight. Well, tell me a little bit. You said you were the coach on the field on the defense. Tell us a little bit about what that takes and what goes into that.
Yeah, it's definitely been from my sophomore year to now getting like I don't know, sophomore year, definitely I don't want to say key part, but rotating a lot. Last year, me and Denver definitely set the tone, ran the defense, and this year I'm looking forward to just really amplifying that, really setting the tone,
Yeah.
running everything, making sure everything's right, everything's lined up and everything, and definitely leading by example. Want to do more of that this year.
You say set the tone. What does that mean?
Like definitely come out on top. Don't be shy. Um, full tilt every play, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I can see. I have no idea who you are, but I can see there's probably a little bit of a different fella on the field than there is right here, right?
Yeah,
You get that energy flowing. Would you say that that's right, Julio? Do you think he's a little different on the field than he is here?
Yeah, he's a lot more aggressive and he
Yeah.
wants to kill everybody every play.
Man, in football, you got to do it.
Sure.
You've got to bring that energy every game, and you got to be ready every play because, especially being the middle linebacker as you are, you got to be ready. They're coming right at you, right?
yeah, without a doubt.
You're
Or
coming
I'm going to
right.
them.
You're going. Or there you go. I like that. Julio, tell us a little bit about the Clarksville offense and your role on the Clarksville offense.
I think my role is to protect our quarterback and our running backs whenever we're making plays. We're looking pretty strong this year. We got good consistency. Uh, I think up front, my issue is going to be coming back from my conditioning. I need to
Yeah.
work on that.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're listed at 295. Is that where you are right now?
I think I went up a little bit
Went up
this
a little
summer.
bit, so you're seeing threes on the scale right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing up front. Uh, and I think I might grow on that or drop down to get my conditioning up.
Yeah. Oh, so you're wanting to get back to that
Yes, sir.
295. That summer sweat will bring it out. I
Yes,
promise you.
sir.
You'll get there for sure. As long as you don't eat too many mashed potatoes. Although I would say if you want to go ahead and eat today, you can. I'm just not paying for it. But if you want to eat, we encourage you to do that. Um, tell us a little bit about bringing this program back to where you want it to go to.
I think it's all about our community, uplifting each other and fighting as a team on the field because that's what we've done these past years. Playing since seventh grade, we've always been together as a team, our senior class, and we've never really let up a game. Like, we always fight, we pull through, doing what we need to do, like attacking, being aggressive, fighting until the final whistle, until the timer goes out.
And that's the way you got to play football that way. Are you excited for the non-conference this year? Getting a little bit of a different look. Are y'all excited to play some different teams?
I think it's a clean slate, like Coach said,
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be good for us to try and get into the season.
try to get that positive momentum
Mhm.
going. That's the big thing,
Yeah.
guys. You get positive momentum going, and you never know what might happen. That's what it's about. The fun thing about doing these events is nobody's lost a game yet. Everybody has hope. Everybody hasn't struggled. You're right there. You've got hope for the future. So that's a good thing. So, guys, I want to say good luck to you. We're keeping an eye on what's going on over at Clarksville, and looking forward to hearing what good things happen this year.
Yep. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you
guys.
for having
Thank you.
us.
That is Trevor Daly and Julio Banuelos. Thank you guys for coming up here. And thanks to Clarksville for coming in and being a part. Aaron, we probably need you over here, buddy. Aaron's over there. You got it? You got it? All right. Well, let's go to a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll bring in the Pottsville Apaches as we continue our Football Fridays and our hometown sports as we are in Volume 3, Year 3 of our football interviews across the state of Arkansas. Make sure that you're with us. Welcome back to Check H Buffet and Grill here in Russellville as we're doing our football kickoff event here on Football Fridays that we'll have all summer long. And we've got the Pottsville Apaches with us. Longtime Pottsville Apaches now. I said, Hector Sr., you both have Hector ties, but you've been Pottsville Apaches for a long time.
Long time, going
Yeah.
on 20 years now.
Yeah.
This is year 20 for me, and year 20 for him too. In a separate way, right?
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
there, then came to Hector, and then
Yeah.
back to Pottsville. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Well, I would say I remember y'all in your younger days, but I'm not too far away from you.
Right.
That's right. That's
So
right.
so I remember us in our younger days. I remember playing basketball with Greg after church at Hector.
Oh yeah.
Many days. I talked to Andy Chisholm about that today. Actually, we're trying to get Mayflower in our basketball classic. So anyway, talked to him a little bit, and it was we talked about that. We were talking about uh, oh gosh, well we were talking about Tim Clifford.
TC.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tim.
Oh yeah.
Tim was playing basketball with us then. We're all young. He's probably about our age or maybe even a
Yeah.
little older than he was tearing us up. He was killing
Yeah.
us. So I would have loved to seen what Tim was like when he was younger.
I tell you, I always wondered why those guys were complaining about their knees hurting
Right,
all the time. Now I get it.
right. For sure, for sure. Anyway, we got Pottsville football again. Everybody loves some football over at Pottsville, and we're looking forward to another year of Pottsville football. Of course, we've got a close relationship with you guys and been doing your live stream. Now, this will be, I believe, the seventh. I believe this
Seventh
is
year.
our
Wow.
seventh
Wow.
year
Flown
of
by.
doing it. I know it, man.
Mm.
What hair I have has gotten grayer as
Sure.
we've gone by.
A little less too.
Right. Well, not really,
No, I
not
know,
really.
about
It
the
was
same.
already, yeah. That part is, I mean, maybe a little bit
A
less,
little
but
bit,
not
not
much.
much.
I lost that hair early,
Yeah.
man.
Uh,
It was not fair,
yeah.
but it is what it is. But yeah, 7 years in, I remember doing the first game at EPC,
Mm.
and Connor Carpenter threw for 500 and
Mm.
like 20 yards that game or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It's been good times over there. We do appreciate Pottsville and letting us come over there and do that. It's been really the kickstart to what we do here
Absolutely.
on ASN. But looking forward to another year here. And we were talking about just teams and what's going on with Pottsville. So let's talk about what's going on with Pottsville.
Well, it's kind of like we've kind of gone through some different things offensively, defensively. I feel like I'll let him talk about that a little
Sure.
bit, but offensively, we've kind of gone through the gamut a little bit just through the years. I feel like adjusting to our athletes, and this year. I kind of feel like we're having to kind of go back to the basics. We're going back to the old school dead tee,
Yeah.
grind it out, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and like I said, we've got those kids. We really feel like we're got a bunch of blue collar, just hard nosed. They show up for practice. They're ready to go. That you don't have to sit there and worry about whether they want to play or play physical. And again, that's kind of what I've always believed in and lived by is we're going to be physical. We're going to be nasty. And these guys are a group that really doesn't mind physical contact. And,
Yeah.
and 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 I've loved that. This spring I feel like we've gone out every day, and you know how spring is when a lot of teams get in 4 or 5 practices, and that's a good spring, man. We got every one of them in. The guys for that 2 hours we had, they got after it. Now, obviously, we were missing baseball guys here or there, but we got out every day, and we were physical. We were doing hitting drills. We were doing all. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really fun to be a part of. And again, I don't feel like we're an overly talented team as far as whenever you look at speed and stuff like that, but we've got a couple backs that are going to be hard to handle.
Yeah.
They're big, strong kids, and got some linemen up front with some experience back offensively. So again, I'm excited just because I like Smash Mouth, and I felt like we've had to do some different things the last few years that we weren't real good at, and not necessarily comfortable in. And this really fits the mold for the guys we
Yeah.
have.
That's the old
Mm.
school dead team. You got any Daniel Castos out there?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a couple kids that are they're very similar type
Yeah.
bodies that, and then I still remember that guy and he'd lean forward and get 3 yards every time. You were not going to stop him for less than three.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't the fastest guy out there,
No.
but I mean 3 to 5 and do it again,
That's
right?
right. That's right. Get out of his way and he'll get you about 20 and somebody's going to track him down. But,
Yeah.
that's okay. We'll take it.
Well, the most impressive thing is that he'd do it 40 times a game too,
That's
and
right.
didn't care one bit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a durable back
yeah.
for sure. It was good years. There was good times back then at Hector. Coach Kaufman here, talk about your defense a little bit, what you're seeing out of them.
Well, so just kind of looking at pieces that we're trying to replace, put together. In the secondary, we lost both of our corners from last year. Both of our safeties are returning. So I would say of the two, if you're going to lose two, keep two. I feel more comfortable knowing that I have two
Yeah.
coming back that were safeties. We have several people that can fill in those spots. We have several candidates. I like to keep six. I always tell my secondary guys that I don't really have four starters. I have six, and we rotate
Yeah.
through because throughout the course of a game, I mean, there's injuries. There's times that they need to come over the sideline and talk on the offensive side of the ball and figure out things. So very optimistic about that group. Defensive line, it's probably been our strongest group the last couple of years. We've got good depth returning there, so I feel like we'll do a pretty good job of plugging gaps on the inside and spilling everything out. We're just going to have to find some pieces and find some depth at the
Yeah.
linebacker position. We rely a lot on our outside linebackers to be good run and pass defenders. There's a lot of trigger reads involved with that.
Yeah.
But we got some kids working hard, like Coach Russ said. We've had a spectacular off season. Kids are running hard. We don't have, the one kid that's going to run a 4.5 or a 4.6, but we're hoping that we can kind of overwhelm people with team speed and swarm into the football and things like that. So.
Yeah, and we know that the best defense sometimes the best ball control offense that you can have, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I remember a game a few years ago. We were at Mina, and I felt like it was a time where we weren't as talented as they were, and it was kind of a pretty close game at halftime. I think we were up going into the third quarter, and it was close. We knew we were going to have a very good second half defensively, and our best defense was that they never touched the ball in the third quarter. So
Yeah.
I think we went down and scored, and then got a impromptu onside kick, and then drove it again, and they never touched it. So that really helps a lot.
Absolutely,
Yep.
no doubt about that. It does help a lot. I know that it's one of those things at Pottsville that the Apache fans, they take a lot of pride in their football team. How excited are you for this year and just getting back to what you talk about the old way?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, whenever you look at, what kids believe in and how they feel about it. And I really feel like the last couple of years we haven't, we've had some guys that wanted to kind of throw it around a little bit and do all those
Right.
types of things, and maybe not play football like it's designed to be played. And we this group wants to be physical. They
Yeah.
want to be smash mouth. And again, that's what I love. I mean, I absolutely. I mean, I don't know if there's anything better than going out and having a 30-minute session of team offense and just smashing the heck out of each other, and just I just feel like whenever you're that type of team, whenever you get in games, everything is so much easier.
Right.
Because as you see the year now, again, athletically, there's going to be teams better than us, but as far as whenever you bring that physicality and you make them be physical every time, and there's a lot of kids that will provide big hits and things like that, but if you watch, they're not necessarily physical,
Right.
and so with us, our guys just really are buying into and remembering who they are and what's going to make us successful, and these guys believe in it, and they love doing it.
Let's talk about the 4A4 conference. It's changed up a little bit this year. Out goes Dardanelle, but in comes Boonville. And then you've added Subiaco, and I think that
Lu-
there's an extra team now,
well,
right? There's not.
we lost Clinton.
That's
We
right.
lost
Lost.
Clinton,
Okay.
and in Clinton, of course, Clinton it was graduating like 24 seniors,
Right.
and so they were going to be a different team. So it's really tit for tat with that. Is there's not a whenever you got Boonville, Dardanelle, I mean, they're similar.
Right.
Obviously, Dardanelle lost a lot, and Boonville just kind of reloads every year. So again, it's kind of back to the old school, except minus Dardanelle, and you've still got Ozark sitting there, the very very talented team.
Yeah.
So again, and again, whenever you look at our conference, and again, I've been in it for quite some time now, and I look across the board, and you look at like Josh going over to Dover
Yes.
from Lamar, and then Dardanelle's
Gara.
Gary, yeah, Jackson moving over to Lamar. I know he does a fantastic job. I mean, I just feel like our conference's coaching staffs, no matter the talent level, no matter what you have, we've coached against each other for years. Um, you know, we, everybody you deal with is going to be fundamentally sound.
Right.
And as you go across the state, and of course, I'm telling you, 4A, I feel like to me is the most competitive, classification. It's not even close, really, whenever you look across the board. I mean, like there's so many good teams in 4A.
Yeah.
So again, you have to be prepared every week. There's no weeks off,
Right.
especially at our level. Every week's going to be a battle. And again, I feel like us being a more physical team this year is going to give us some benefits week to week.
Let's talk a little bit about your schedule here. Um, your non-conference schedule. You guys go to Prairie Grove first game, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then again, we were kind of going to be a physical type matchup, and then coach
Yeah.
Right.
decides to retire. Abshire decides to get out, and and so I think they're gonna be in the
Yeah.
spread scenario up there with Coach Brill coming in. But again, we've had a pretty storied history with Prairie Grove through the years of battling, many a times in non-conference and in playoffs. So again, it's good trip for us, and again, they know how to play football. It's going to be a good matchup for us, and kind of see where you're at.
You host Charleston as well,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. One of the things about this year is going to be a little bit different is we don't have the week 3 bye. We have the week 2 bye. That's going to throw a little bit of a wrinkle.
Yeah.
You like to have that recovery week before you start conference, but I like our non-conference schedule. I've always been a fan of playing a good competitive 4A team from another conference.
Mhm.
You get a little bit of a measuring stick, across, conference lines to
Right.
kind of see where everything lines up at.
Right.
I like it. I think it's going to be a good schedule. Charleston, Ricky May does a
Mhm.
phenomenal job over there, always has. So that's always a good matchup and competitive. So
And I have, sorry, I've taken a lot of
Yeah.
grief, a little grief, I guess, over Dardanelle's not on there. And
Yeah.
again, I feel like they've been one of our great rivalries through the years. And the going into it, Subiaco, was coming in, but everybody told us that they weren't going to play. They were going to
Yeah.
stay 8-man, and then they figured out. I guess there was only one other 8-man team
Mhm.
at that level. However, they decide that or whatever. So I made a non-conference. We were going to have 4,
Yeah.
and so Dardanelle was in there. But then the first 3 teams to commit were Haskell Harmony Grove was kind of in that spot, and so they committed first, so we wound up not getting to play the Dardanelle in this cycle. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know that's been a good rivalry, just the proximity and
oh
all
yeah,
that. But that's a tough game for
oh
sure.
absolutely,
Of course, Harmony Grove will be as well.
yeah. I think they've got a lot of guys coming back off a group that was a pretty solid playoff team. So again, we definitely try to. We don't try to pad our non-conference.
Yeah.
Everybody we play, we feel like we've got to make sure we're prepared for. And
Just since I remember, I know you've played Newport in
oh yeah,
non-conference. I know that
yep.
you played Elkins in non-conference.
Mhm.
That sure ain't that ain't bad nothing
They
there for
weren't
sure.
bad.
Yeah, and now you're going to. I mean, the trip to Prairie Grove is going to be a tough trip no matter what.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely are playing some tougher teams up there. And
Oh yeah,
then you had Dardanelle in conference,
yeah.
so
Mhm.
and Ozark in
Ozark,
conference, and Clinton in conference. Those
mhm,
guys, Mina,
Yeah.
and all those teams. I know their coaches do a great job. Well,
yeah.
let's get some kids in here. Tell us, let's just bring a couple offensive guys in, then we'll bring the defensive guys in, or however you guys want to do that.
Okay. You want me to bring You want to bring 2 or 3?
Well, just bring 2 at a time, and then
2 at
I
a time.
guess the one will just talk one on
We'll
one.
let our quarterback talk
There
all
you
by
go.
himself.
There you go. There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll bring Dawson and Luke.
Okay. Dawson and Luke, come on up here.
Of course, this is my youngest son.
Yeah.
Luke plays center and linebacker for us. Another one's Dawson Parker. He's 2-year starter at tackle for us. And then he's moving to tight end for us this year.
I gotcha.
And anyway, two good ones here. Been around them a long time. So
Got the Danville Little Johns and the Hector
Oh,
Wildcats in here as well. And we're getting things moving here on Football Friday. Come on in here. Well, tell us a little bit about what it's like to put the black and gold on.
I mean, since I've been growing up,
Right.
he started coaching like whenever I was 1 year old. Like, I mean, I've always been an Apache. I mean, I've always watched him play since the tallest
Right.
table.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, it's always been in my family. The Apaches they're my team. You
Right.
know, I just love them. You know.
Apache Pride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about this year's team. What you're seeing out of this year's team.
Kind of what my dad was saying. We were watching it over there, so we could hear it a little better. But like, we're gonna be a very run heavy team. We lost a few people that were pretty fast. I mean, I still think we have a really good chance of being a very competitive team in our conference, especially. A lot of other run heavy teams like Ozark, Lamar or Dover getting the
Coach
Lamar
Jones, yeah.
coach. Yeah, I mean they're gonna be another runner or more run heavy team. Um, but yeah, I mean I think we've got a very good chance. I mean we've got some pretty decent sophomores coming up that could help us on the O line. Some pretty decent bigger ones. These very very big, very good. Um, I mean
What's Blake's last name?
Finley.
Finley.
Yeah,
And when you say very big, what are we talking
he's
about?
I mean he's probably 5'11", about 300 and some change.
Big fella.
Yeah, I mean, and he's a very very good guard, and
Yeah.
he's definitely going to help us get that goal of getting 3 to 4 yards and just do that every play. So yeah.
Yeah. Dawson, I see you're wearing that 25. That 25 means something, don't it?
Yes, sir, it does.
Yeah. That was. Tell us a little bit about number 25. Who wore that last year?
Caleb Stanley.
Yeah.
Now he was a very, very big, important person on our offense and
Mhm.
defense, and somebody's got to fill the role.
So it's got to be you, right? So
Yes,
tell us
sir.
how you're going to fill that role.
I'm gonna work hard every day, come to practice, show up, just put in the work.
You know, Coach Russ was talking about being physical, right?
Yes, sir.
And there's a certain blue collar quality that goes into being physical, right? Tell us a little bit about that and the blue collar part of it of your team.
Well, I mean, I feel like the way we work out, I mean, there's no break. There's no I mean, every once in a while, you know, but like they're in the weight room, like we're always getting after it. I mean, Coach Kaufman, our strength coach, I mean, he puts us to work. I mean, it's going to be hard work every
Sure.
day, no matter what we do. It's always very very hard training and getting stuff done. And I mean, I think all the coaches do great jobs at that, of like making sure that we're locked in and ready to practice and just be the best that we can be and not giving up.
Football's hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it ain't for everybody, and you've got to be able to work hard in the off season to play the game and
Yeah.
be ready for it, right? I mean, you don't want to get into a game and not be prepared for the physicality that comes at you. If you're not, you get hurt. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Talk about. I wanted to ask you here. Tell us some of your dad's funniest lines.
Funniest lines.
You got to have one, right? Something he said in practice that was funny.
I mean, honestly, I feel like, I mean, going back to being physical, I
Yeah.
guess you could say we were just at a team camp with Fountain Lake,
Yeah.
and and there was this one guy. I'm not gonna say anything, but like he was picking a fight with me after
Yeah.
I had pancaked him,
Yeah.
and he was trying to do some stuff, and like I mean, my dad was just telling everybody to go rush in there and
Yeah.
just not fight, but
Right.
like go break it up, get a
Right.
little physical in there. I mean, he's always like wanting us to be the meanest we can be.
Yeah. Right.
It's always stuff kind of like that. I don't really know a saying though,
Yeah.
but like I mean, I guess
Who's the funniest player on the team?
I really
You don't know?
Yeah.
probably
Some
Andrew Bradley
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
let's say.
Yeah.
Andrew, yeah.
What does he do?
He's our outside linebacker
Yeah.
and he's also a tight end.
I gotcha. He's back there, number
Yeah.
5. All right. We'll see if we can get that out of him. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you. Let's bring up Andrew and number 24. Who's number 24?
That's Logan.
Logan Wilson.
Okay, Logan. Let's bring up Andrew and Logan to come up, and then we're going to bring the quarterback up last.
Okay.
Yeah,
Logan.
Logan and Andrew. All right. So, Andrew, you got the billing of being the funniest dude on the team.
I guess.
Why are you the funniest dude on the team?
Oh no, I just like.
Just like to keep it loose?
Yeah.
Do you do any impressions, impersonations?
No, I be
No.
I be mocking people though.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I be impersonating Coach Russ a little
Okay,
bit.
well, let's hear it. I got to have give me your best Coach Rust right here, right now.
Andrew, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's got that Boonville twang to it for
Mhm.
sure. So yeah, I could hear that. Tell us a little bit about this football team. What's going on with this football team this year?
I mean, there's a lot. We lost a lot of people. Um, we can gain some people. I'm trying to recruit some of my friends
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
but the Gaines twins they left, and I feel like we have like a little bit of depth, but like not as much we like did.
right.
And I don't know. It's just
Well, let's don't dwell on what you don't have. Let's talk about what you do. Tell us what you got.
oh, we got we got a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
I mean, like our outside containment is it needs a little work, but we're doing good
yeah.
right now.
You guys getting a chance to do some team camps, stuff like that. Got
Hmm.
to get tested out a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, give us some of your thoughts.
Well, I could say the same like Andrew. I think we have like a really good defensive front, like our defensive line.
Yeah,
Like some of them are a bit new and still getting there,
yeah,
but we could work with it and get better. And same with the inside backers too. Like we got a new group with like new people playing new positions and having to like adjust and switching around. But I think that in the secondary there could be some work, but I think it's pretty solid,
yeah.
I'd say. But like we get our returning safeties who've been starting for like the
Hmm.
past couple of years, and then um the corners, I think we can work pretty well with like what we have since we can rotate, since we have like a lot of people to like move around to different places. But overall, I think defense is pretty well.
Good, good. What do you think sets this team apart, maybe from other years?
Hmm?
Yeah,
Um, I feel like we're a lot smaller, but like we're quick,
yeah.
and we like to get mean. Like in the last like year and a half, we just weren't like that. I feel like.
Physicality.
Hmm.
What's it like going against that dead T every week? Yeah,
It's a lot of hitting,
yeah.
a lot of it.
You got to be ready, right?
Hmm.
Got to be ready. Well, guys, good luck. I'm going to bring in Mr. Johnson here to let him come in and talk a little bit about the quarterback situation over there at Pottsville.
Yes, sir.
So
What you got? I got you. And we want to thank Check H Grill and Buffet, and we also want to thank Toad Thumper Lures. Go over there and check them out on Facebook. We've got Mini Mall Storage of Clarksville. Thank you for being a part of this. And I'm missing one. Who's the other one that I'm missing? Huh? Oh yeah, yeah. We got to do we'll do that Warp Stream here soon. Court Johnson, I want to know something. You're a football guy here. I mean, you look like a football guy, but huh? You try. Is he coming through? Is he coming through? There we go. Okay, now try. Yeah, I
Hello?
think yeah. So you try. Uh, but you come from a basketball family,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
What's that like at home?
Um, at home, really, they just, well, I've kind of gotten away from it. Like, I don't love basketball as much as I used to, but
Well, and it's not like you're not a bad basketball player. I mean,
no,
you go in
yeah,
and you do what you do. But I mean, the quarterback of the football team, you got to be a football guy,
no,
right?
yeah, definitely. Like in football, even during football season, like getting close to basketball season, my parents make me go up to the gym and just get in some shots, and
All right.
they want me to be prepared for basketball.
Well, that's what happens when you. I mean, I remember your mom playing at Tech. Of course, then your dad, he's a longtime basketball coach there
Mm-hmm.
at Pottsville. So, tell us a little bit about playing quarterback at Pottsville. I know y'all are changing up a little bit, getting a little bit more ground and pound this year. What's
Mm-hmm.
that like for you?
Um, well, I've been recovering from an injury. Like I haven't been in there a whole lot. I have been doing the 7-on-7 stuff, but so as far as just doing more run stuff, I mean, I'm kind of fine with it. I did like throwing the ball last year and
Sure.
it was fun, but I think we can still throw the ball some and do some interesting things out of our offense. Like I think it'll, trick people up more, have them
Right.
on the edge of their seats and
Well, that kind of like Clinton last year.
yeah,
Clinton didn't throw the ball that much, but when they did
it was
throw it,
tricky.
right, it was open,
Hmm.
and that's the fun part of being a run offense and throwing at that time is you can trick people up. Senior year, man, you've this is your third year, your second year starting quarterback.
Hmm.
You played some quarterback your first year. In fact, I think you hold state record, do you not, for
Oh, the longest one,
longest
yeah.
touchdown pass in the state, 99 yards, right?
Hmm. And a half.
Right. Well, it can't get any further than 99
Nope.
in the record book. So you're one of however many that have done that. So that's a cool thing. What do you think about this year, your senior year, and how you're going to make this thing go for Pottsville this year?
I mean, last one, I'm trying to enjoy it.
Right.
Um, I think I think things can go well. I feel like we did lose a lot of talent, but I feel like we're stronger this year,
Yeah.
and that kind of fits into our offense and what we're doing. Um, yeah, I just hope for a winning record as
Right.
we usually do, and yeah, just looking forward to one last year with all my teammates,
Right.
and I think it'll be fun.
Conference is a little different this year without Dardanelle in it. Of course, we know Ozark, Boonville, both going to be
Yeah.
behemoths. They're going to be
Hmm.
good, and they're going to be hard to beat. Um, obviously you go and play them, but you also got Mina. Mina's always well coached. They're always a good team. Um, but Dover coming back now with Coach Josh Jones going to be better. Jackson Guerra coming in at Lamar going to bring a little bit of a different look over there. There's a lot of good coaches as your well, not your dad, as Coach Rust had talked about earlier. So you guys got to fight the war every week.
Hmm.
So you got a good Coach Rust impersonation before we go? Anything funny he said throughout, or anything funny that's happened in practice?
Not recently,
Not
no.
not recently.
I'm trying to think, but no.
I got you. Well, man, appreciate you. Appreciate Pottsville
Thanks for
for
having me.
coming in. Yeah, appreciate Pottsville for coming in. Appreciate all of our sponsors that have made this possible today. Here is our football kickoff right here on the Arkansas Sports Network, and we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll have a couple other teams ready to go. We'll see you here in just a few minutes.